These fellows have found the town's rum supplies, but they're actually more interested in what's taking place across the river. Here, their shipmates are auctioning off the town beauties. And there's the biggest bargain of all.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Walt Disney Wednesday, where every Wednesday we talk about Disney. For this particular video, I wanted to get a little serious and talk about a scene that I'm not too happy about. For this particular video, and the topic of this video revolves around something that has happened within the past week and a half, and I wanted to, as all social media people do, put my 2 cents into it. Now let me just start off by saying that Innoventions, when it was opened, needed to consistently update to go with the technology of what was going out into the world, whether it was a year ahead of time or 6 months. And then you had Star Tours that was moving from an original story into something that encompassed the entire canon, at least within the first 7 Star Wars movies. The submarine voyage just changed to Finding Nemo submarine voyage to keep up with the times, and seeing as the subs had about a good 50 years still left in them to be able to work, it makes sense to incorporate a current product that people are aware of. And then you also have the Haunted Mansion with the Hatbox Ghost. It's taking an effect that wasn't really working when it first opened, and then waiting and giving it enough time, and then finally bringing him back in a period where we can do just about a reasonable amount of stuff within the technology world. But it is something that has happened recently that is kind of shocking a lot of people, and a lot of fighting and a lot of argument, and that is of course Pirates of the Caribbean. Now let's put this into perspective. Pirates of the Caribbean has been there for about 50 years now, and was one of the last attractions that Walt Disney actually built. And let me just say that, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean is almost a good, accurate retelling of what a pirate's life was like in the times that they wanted to tell it. And of course I get the addition of Jack Sparrow, Blackbeard, and even Davy Jones. What I don't get is this new show scene that's going in that will then change the auction scene into something completely different, where the redhead is a pirate and she's kind of taking over. Now why, after 50 years of all this, does the scene finally change? Wouldn't it make sense to have changed the scene when they decided to change out the people chasing each other? That would have made more sense, and people wouldn't have had so much of a problem then. However, it is because of the PC culture that we now live in, that is what is kind of becoming the issue. Now, the other problem that I have with this is again, there's really no reason why the Imagineering is changing the scene solely just because of perhaps it's something to do with a political correctness, not being sexist, and just overall being fair to everyone. But like I said, pirates were not in the least politically correct. I mean, it was not possible for them to do so. But I will say, and will acknowledge, that there were female pirates at the time. However, it doesn't look like any of these female pirates are ever going to make an appearance, because why wouldn't they? So my personal thing is like, they want a good, sexy pirate to get through. That's cool. I have no problem with that. However, this change has come so abrupt that everyone is just so mad that it just didn't happen any earlier. I think that's why, out of nowhere, everyone is so upset by this, and there are some people who are very much not about this. However, what I will say is, while I am mad that this is changing for no apparent reason, if the female pirate that they're creating has a good, legit backstory, I don't think I'd see as much of a problem as if we're just putting a female pirate just to put something in there. That's where I have a problem. So I would love to hear what you think, so sound off in the comments down below. What are some of your thoughts about the change? Are you for the change? Are you not for it? Let's keep this civil, because I realize that this is a touchy subject within the Disney community as of right now, but I'd love to hear what your comments are, and let's get talking to it. So thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Walt Disney Wednesday. If you liked the video, please don't forget, like and subscribe down below. I release new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All of my social media links, including the link to Return Home, The Way I See It, and my Musical Monday Spotify playlist, will be located in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, my name is Forrest, and remember, pink cake. Woo!